Hey everybody out there, this is Seto, and today for you guys, we're going to do a market watch video. Now, I know a lot of people out there do market watch videos, and it's not going to be my main thing I do on this channel, but I'm probably going to try to do them once a week if I'm able to. When I have more free time in the future, I will probably do them every week for sure. But right now, we're just experimenting with it, seeing if you guys like the idea. We're not going to be always focusing on the meta. We're going to be focusing on a lot of nostalgic stuff that you guys may not know is going up in price. We're also focused on the new stuff coming out, preparing for future investments, things of that nature. I've been doing a lot of market watch stuff and paying attention to the Yu-Gi-Oh market for years. I got into it by watching the Yu-Gi-Oh Council with Ryu when he used to do his, market watches every week. May he rest in peace, but he's the one that kind of got me into this because I used to watch his channel all the time. But we're going to be talking about some old school cards and referring a lot to the Duelist Pack Legendary Duelist that recently got dropped in the OCG, as well as Premium Pack 17. So the first card I'm going to talk about here is, as you see on the screen, it's Amazoness Queen. Now, this card has been completely brought out. I brought two of these about a week ago for $7 to $8. The card has always maintained a value of around $8 to $10 because it's only had one printing out of Duelist Revolution, which was an awesome set back in the day. But yeah, it only had one printing, and it's a super rare. So it's a little bit hard to get. Older sets, pool ratios, you know the dealio. But $25, I guess everybody wants that snoo card. Now, if you guys pay attention, in the Premium Pack 17, which I think came out with some Amazon stuff, and the Legendary Duelist set, Amazoness Queen did not get reprinted. Now, we are going to be getting the set, the Legendary Duelist, in October, I think, or late September of 2017. Now, saying that, our set's going to be 51 cards, I think 7 Ultras, 10 Supers. I forget how the ratio is going to be exactly, but it's going to be a lot better Duelist pack than the one we just recently got. But saying that, all that, how can I say this properly? It didn't get reprinted, and from what I've seen with Lithium's deck profile and what I've tested with the new Amazon stuff, you do play up to 2 Amazoness Queen in the deck. Now, you may say, well, it's just TCG inflated because people brought it out. Look at eBay here. eBay, $25. The only ones are from Canada for about $18, $19, and then after that, it's all Japanese. Like, there's nothing. Oh, I love this set so much. That set was so good. Solemn Warning and Pod Desires. Mwah! Gravekeeper's Wet Dreams back in the day. Also had some good scrap support back then. But yeah, as you can see, it's normally just been flatlined, but I've been paying attention the last week or two since the new Amazon support got announced. I paid attention to this card like years ago when I first built Amazons, and the card always maintained a value around $8 to $10. And it's gone up a lot more because it did not get printed in the Duelist pack, which means it's very likely we will not get a reprint of this card. The next things we're going to talk about here, guys, is Cyberdarks. Now, as you guys know, things like Cyberdark Keel, Horn, the old school little guys, I guess you could say, as we go here. And I'm just going to point this out here at Amazons. Ambush, Archer, Swordswoman, Village, no Queen. Let's go down to Cyberdarks. Okay, we got Keel, that's old school. Edge, that's old. Horn, that's old. Then you have the new stuff, Claw, Darkness, and Cannon, as you see here. So these are the new guys. These are the old guys. And you get these three here are the old ones. And what I mean by that, the ones that came out of Cyberdark Impact. So, saying that right there, you will notice that there's some things that are missing. Cyberdark Dragon did not get a reprint. Okay, the ultra rares are like super expensive. But Cyber Dark Impact is also expensive as well. From what I've seen from deck profiles and playtesting the deck online for myself, you run one of this card. Now, this fluctuates between $50 and $70 right now for secrets. And it's always, I think, been an expensive card, but it's a very old card. And then you have Dual Terminal 5 is the only other reprint of Cyber Dark Impact. And that's right now $11 plus, I would say. Cyber Dark Impact, Cyber Dragon is, you got the super rares from Zane Truesdale, but they're going for like $3-4. You got these ones from Cyber Dark Impact, the ultra rares, they're a solid $10. The cheapest you can find are about $3 to $4 for the dual terminal ones, and there's not that many on the market. And you may say, what about on eBay? And by the way, I'm doing this video on Thursday night. Okay, you see here, like I said, it's Cyber Dark Impacts are going for 11 plus. The secrets are going for 50 plus. The ultra rares are going for 10 plus. So they are, as you can see here, pretty expensive. I mean, if you got old Cyber Dark support stuff that you've just been keeping in your binder, that just turned to gold right there for you guys. Literally. I never thought I'd say the day Cyber Dark Impact stuff is worth something. Next card we're going to talk about is a card that I'm going to talk more about in the future, but this card's been going up in price. It got the reprint in Ring Raiders as a super rare. The secret's always been a little bit expensive. Before the reprint, it was about $10. Now it's about $3 for a near mint one. The supers are pushing up to $1 a piece, which is kind of interesting there. But I think this card may go up. The reason why is it works good in the Link format. Bringing back Dead Exceed monsters for certain decks, getting their effects again, using a Castell's effect again. It's a pretty good card, and it's slow. It's a slow card because it's a trap. But in Link format, it's kind of mitigated, especially in the early part of Link format for Exceed-based decks that are not meta. It's a pretty good card. So I would say maybe pick these up because I can foresee this card going up. I've been paying attention to this card for the last month and picking some up for myself, not to sell, but for my own usage. And it's been going up from 25 cents, and it's slowly creeping up there. I'm going to have a card discussion on this card in a couple of weeks. Let's talk about some other stuff, and then we'll get to some more newer stuff. So Duelist Saga has been staying pretty expensive, especially for the stuff that is not the new stuff. So your Dark Laws, your Soul Chargers, your Formula Synchron. I mean, if we can, for Pete's sake, the Ultra Rare Blue Eyes are still $1. I mean, look at this. Everything's like $1 plus. I think it's a very good set to invest in. So let's go back to the front. Like, the thing about Duelist Saga, and I know John Moore talked about this a couple of weeks ago, it's a very good set to invest in for the long haul. I have not heard a single complaint about the ultra rarities from a lot of players. They all enjoy it. They think they look very nice. And I think it has a lot of good staple cards, your pots, your warnings. As long as these cards are relevant in some capacity, casually or competitively, they will be worth something to somebody. And it has good hero stuff like Neos. This is I know it wasn't used in the anime, but it's a very good card for heroes in general. It's got Neos on it, which is a protagonist card. It's got good stuff. Also, the Duelist Saga has a lot of good GOAT rarity stuff. So if GOAT format continues to be increasing in popularity, this set will continue to be worth something in the future. Another set I want to talk to you guys about, which I must have deleted it, but if you give me 1 second, I will find it. I am sorry about this. Is a set that came out actually a year ago. And it's something that I've been wanting to talk about, and that's the Dark Side of Dimension movie pack here. Now, I know it got the gold reprint in January, but for most players I know, and I know a lot of people in general have voiced their things about the Dark Side, this set and the reprints, the gold series set, is they don't like the gold rares as much as they like the ultra rares. So ultra rares are a very nice rarity. I think it's one of my favorites. But look here, Blue is Alternative Dragon, ultra rare, not even near mint. And I'm just going to use TCG Player. I'm not going to use eBay for this. it's $10. Give this 2 years, this will be worth $16 to $17, maybe even $20. I promise you, because it's a Blue Eyes staple for the time being. Chaos Form, and for the foreseeable future, I cannot see Blue Eyes Alternative getting out of the deck. It's too good. Chaos Form, a random ultra rare that's pretty good in the deck for your Chaos Max. It's $5. $5. If you got these sitting around, you got money. $2, $3 for chocolates. Dark Magical Veils are $2. I got like 10 of these. Dark Magicians are $3. Dark Magician Girls are $3. What I'm trying to say is, if you keep going even to the next page, the stuff is actually worth money. And the movie was critically was received well by casual and competitive players equally. It was great. It was nostalgic. Nostalgia is a big thing in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Nowadays. It plays into market prices. It plays into what people play for their secondary decks, their third decks. You know, besides their main meta decks, they have their fun decks. And nostalgia plays a part in that. And saying that, I mean, look at these Blue Eyes, alternate forms, $2, $1.50. Give it 2-3 years, this stuff will be worth $4 or $5 a piece. A lot of this stuff probably will be, because it's in the movie, it's nostalgic, and it's actually playable. Nostalgia and playability make a good card to invest in. I'm telling you now. So I think this card this set is a good set to invest in, because it has a lot of good things here. I mean, look at here. Dollar. You could put these in your dollar binders right now and make a couple of bucks. So it's worth something. So let's go on to a more mellow relevant stuff out of Duelist Pack, and then we'll go to Maximum Crisis and talk about the special edition that recently dropped. Duelist Pack, it came out a couple of weeks ago, like a week or two ago. Not a lot of the stuff got opened. I don't know how much of the stuff was even printed, but I don't think a lot of people are buying it. And I think these things will increase with price for nostalgia, and just because there's not a lot out there. It may be a thing like Cyberdark Impact, where over the time more boxes are opened up because there was more printed but not open at the time of release, if you know what I'm trying to say here. But that was a main set, and this is a secondary set. So, these things may retain their value. They may go up because there's not a lot in circulation already. In the coming future is what I'm trying to say. So if any of these cards are ever used in the meta decks, they may go up in price. Especially things like, I think mainly the main card that has a potential to do that is Fight for Devil, but they're super cheap right now, only $2. Ritual Sanctuary, if there's ever a good ritual deck besides Herald and whatnot that can use Ritual Sanctuary, this card will go up in price for sure, and I'm pretty sure. I'm actually maybe picking up 2 more because the card's pretty dang good. But beside the point, let's look at Maximum Crisis. I believe the special edition is dropping this weekend or next weekend, but let's see how it's affecting the market for my own sake here. We have, I know people are going to say get rid of some of my things I'm logged into, but I get weird emails from you guys all the time, so it doesn't bother me. But Dragonic Diagrams, they're about $25, $26 a piece, but they quickly go up to that, to $80. You got Ashblood, Sherman Joy Springs, which is about $65 right now. So, yeah, good around $60, $65, I would say in general. Probably a little bit less on eBay, probably like $63 maybe. I think with the reprint, you're definitely going to see these card prices drop. This probably will go to $75 as a staple. I could definitely see that, or $70. This will probably go down to $60 to $55, I would say. They usually drop about $10. But this card's Ash Blossom has been dropping like a rock. And after National season, these cards will probably go down a little bit lower. This maybe even become like a... Would it surprise me if Ash Blossom became a $50 to $45 card in a couple of weeks? Because after Nationals, people are not going to be using it. Because it's... If you guys know, after National seasons, after North American Nationals, there's no real big tournaments for like a month or two. So prices drop. And if you're picking up on stuff, that's when you want to pick it up then. Because if it's not going to get reprinted for a year, that's when you pick it up. So I'm not joking. This card may be $50 by the couple weeks from now, or $45, I would say. But the set is just so top heavy. It's so freaking cheap because you go from 80, 60, 20, 10s, 5s, 7s. Like the set just collapses underneath itself for how cheap it is. Plus, a lot of this was opened up, and with the, I mean, Zorks for peak's sake are $3. Oh my gosh. So yeah, I think just wait. If you're not going to nationals this year, just wait for this stuff to drop after national season, and it'll be cheap for a couple of weeks. You can pick it up then, and then you can use it for the next season coming up with the 2018 season, I guess you could say, if you want to play competitively. So pretty much what I'm trying to say here with this, guys, is nostalgia. Invest in nostalgia. Pay attention to your OCG sets that come out. Okay, what are key cards that are used in that deck? Like Amazoness Queen, Lithium. Like I said, he uses 2 of these and the Amazoness deck. I've tested it out. You use 2 Queen because you can special summon it easily, a lot more easily now. The Cyberdark stuff. Some of this stuff you're going to use in the deck if you want to play it. Like these 2 guys. You need 1 of this and about 2 of the Fusion, the old Fusion. So they're worth money. If they're not getting reprinted for cheap and you want a high rarity, well, pay attention to the OCG. That way, even though it's 5 months down the road, you will be prepared. And you could actually make some money too by paying attention. That's the reason I think Amazon's Queen is so expensive right now. People saw it wasn't reprinted. They brought them up. Now they're going to make some money when the set drops in a couple of months. Long-term investments, short to long-term investments that can pay, make a lot of money for you, or you don't have to spend a lot of money. So that's just my thing. Pay attention to nostalgia. Nostalgia sells and is a good investment. Number 2, pay attention to OCG sets that come out. What are some key things that are getting reprinted and not reprinted? So guys, till next time, take care. Have fun dueling. Good luck dueling. I'll see you guys next time. Hope you guys all enjoyed this Market Watch video. If you did, please leave a like, and I will try to do more of these in the future. Take care, everybody.